Hello everybody, this is Maliki, coming at you with a video tutorial on how to make a basic shield design for game battles. Start off with 300 wide by 200 tall document, 300 resolution, RGB color. Alright, basic shield design, you always want to start with the pen tool. Start by clicking once, up top in the middle somewhere. Hold shift and click down to give you your perfectly straight vertical. Then just finish off the triangle. Switch your pen tool over to the Add Anchor Point tool. Click in the middle of these 2 points and curve down a little bit. Click between these 2 points and curve out a little bit. As you can see, you have a half shield now. Click on your paths here. Make sure you have this work path selected. And hit fill with any color. Don't worry about the color as long as you can see it. Control J, which is going to copy that layer. Edit, transform, flip horizontal. Drag this outside the other half, that way you have a full shield. Hold shift, click on your other layer that wasn't selected, so that both of them are now selected. Control E to merge. As you can see, I'm showing a lot of shortcuts here, because they're a lot of help. All the shortcuts can be done usually by just left clicking, and for example merge would be here, merge layers, but I'm just going to show you the shortcuts. Now hold control, click on the picture next to layer 1 copy, make a new layer, and delete your original layer, which will leave you with a blank layer and the dotted select line in the shape of a shield. This part is from PSD Toots, I learned a long time ago, so shout out to those guys. So with the gradient tool, make a custom gradient from dark gray to light gray. Top left to bottom right, new layer, select, modify, contract, 4 pixels for me, then do bottom right to top left. New layer again, select, modify, contract again, same amount. Now I'm going to do a black to dark gray. I'm just going to hit Control Z a few times until I have something I really like. And I'm happy with that. Once you find one you're happy with, go select, deselect, which will leave you with the basic shield. Now either go on FX and satin, or just double click on layer 3 and go satin. Change this to your color of choice. I'm doing red. And then you simply walk around with these until you get a nice smooth red. And I like that. Okay. Now, sorry for all the coughing. My voice is a little sore right now. Click on layer 1, hold shift, click on layer 2, control E, so you're just merging those 2 layers. Now up here, click on curves. If you don't have your curves up here, because you're not using CS4, I believe it's going to be right here instead, curves. So CS2, CS3, you'd find it there. Once you have curves, make a dot on the bottom and curve up, a dot on the top and curve down. Now this is where you just best there's no given settings for this, just have fun, fuck around, make it look dramatic, like that. So now for text. I'm just going to put Maliki, put whatever text you want obviously. So I'm using a 5 size font, it's Helvetica New LTCOM 107 extra black condensed. That's my font. Once you have your font where you want it, make sure it's centered obviously. If you can't center it, here's a good tip. Drag out your ruler to the middle, and you can always drag it back to remove it. And if you don't see the rulers, you just gotta go to View and then Rulers, see? I always have those out there, very useful. Okay, now I want to put some effects on the text. I'm going to double click on the layer, or you can just go to effects again. I'm going to go inner shadow, drop the opacity down a little bit, satin, and then gradient overlay. I'm going to change the angle, and that's going to be 110. There we go. Now, if you want to, you can also fuck around with a stroke, like that. You can even match the color if you want. Make it a bright red, you can make it a bright white. I'm not going to do that though. Okay, so there you have a very basic shield. Nothing fancy about it, nothing amazing about it, it's just a shield, right? Gonna finish this off a little bit, so I'm gonna add a background. Now, if I add a background right now, fortunately, the curves is gonna affect this. As you can see, it's a black to gray, but it looks like it's white to black, because curves is affecting the layer. So, click on curves, hold Alt, and then click between curves and the background layer, which is going to make a clipping mask, meaning curves will only affect the layer it's clipped to, which is layer 2 right now. So now you have a background. Now, make a new layer on top of everything. Select a white to black gradient, radial, center out, the white in the middle obviously, and then go soft light. You can just reduce the opacity until it looks nice. Okay, not too bad right now, is it? Now, there are a lot of things you can add from here. For example, you could add some wings, you know, guns, crossed swords, a whole variety of things you could add. I am quite content with that, since this is a very basic tutorial. So there you have it, a shield, text, and a nice lighted background. Hope you enjoyed and learned something from this video tutorial. This is Maliki, and a big shout out to my butt buddy Matt Smith, aka Hova, iGod, Twix, and everything else he's been called over the years. So peace, buds.